And we're live.
Hold on a second. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you right now, just know that you are locked in until the point with
Skip.
and the King. You guys know where to find us by now. Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, which is where you better be watching us right now. You guys know where to find Simon. SimonBroder.com. It's on Amazon.ca. Dougie Jays, if you guys are Blue Jays fans, just like he is, just like I am, you're going to love to see these tweets that he's going to put up. It's playoffs time.
Yeah, we got a playoff game today. A Jays Rays, first game of the playoffs. Should be a lot of fun.
Speaking of the playoffs, though, finally, we're into the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say finally, this just really helps that the Raptors now have the longest running championship for 1 year. You Raptors fans should
not for long, but yes.
Yeah, they're not there. Because the teams that are in there are teams that we did not really expect to be in the finals, to be showcased in the finals. Everybody had a different result. Everybody had a different prediction. But right now, it is the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. Skip, I got a question for you, buddy.
Yep.
What do you think about this NBA Finals? What are your thoughts on it? Who do you think's gonna make it? Like, what do you think's gonna go on, man?
Well, I'm a little disappointed.
We've been waiting for this all year.
We've been waiting for this all year, but this isn't what we thought we were waiting for. I thought I was waiting for the Clippers and the Bucks to play in the finals. Obviously, I'm sad the Raptors aren't there. Like, they're in the back of my mind. I was thinking, maybe they'll repeat. But my prediction was Clippers-Bucks, and I thought that had a really good chance of happening. And then both of those teams got run in the second round. Pretty disappointing. Obviously, we just saw Doc Rivers lost his job because of that. Because blowing 3-1 deficits every year is not a great way to have sustained success in the NBA. Let's put it that way.
Exactly what it is, my man.
No, but so Lakers Heat, it's really interesting. The Heat really came out of nowhere for me. I know people were kind of high on them after their deadline acquisitions, after getting Iguodala and Crowder. I personally, at the time, I was like, those guys play good defense. They're like a decent piece here or there, but I don't think they take a good team and turn it into a championship contender. That's what I thought. I clearly was wrong because they have showed up in the bubble and they have basically destroyed everybody. Absolutely dominated the playoffs to this point, 12-3. They've been up at least 3-1 in every series, so it's not like they were up against it in any of these series. The temptation is to say they're kind of like last year's Raptors in that they kind of came together, they play good defense, they're a good team.
As a team.
But they're even better because last year's Raptors were up against it in Game 7 of the second round, up against it in Game 3 of the third round. The Heat, they're just not even sweating it. Like Jimmy said, it's a business trip. He's here to kick ass and take names, and there's really nothing else to it than that. I'm looking forward to it. I honestly thought the Celtics were gonna take out the Heat. I was like, whoever wins that Raptors-Celtics series is going to dominate the third round, but it didn't turn out that way. It turns out that this Heat team is really good. Obviously, it's hard to bet against LeBron in the finals. LeBron against any team, LeBron against anybody. He's the other guy who clearly showed up to the bubble and said, "Hey, I'm here to win my fourth title. I don't care if there are fans in the stands. I need this title for my legacy, so that people stop saying I lost all those finals games." All those finals. It should be an interesting matchup, and I'm leaning a bit towards LeBron, but at this point, the Heat can't surprise me any more than they already have. So how do you see this playing out? You think LeBron's going to get his fourth title? Noted LeBron fan over here.
Can I tell you something? May I? Ladies and gentlemen, may I speak for a minute? So I understand the NBA is a product. They need to generate revenue, right? How else are you going to get the casual fans by having the biggest name in the finals? Personally, I don't think the Lakers should have been there. the Nuggets should have taken them out. Okay? Now,
They
here's
lost
why I
it.
say this.
They lost in
Hold on,
five,
hold on,
man.
hold
They
on,
lost in
hold
five.
on. This is what I'm saying right here. Okay? Some of you guys might agree, disagree. I hope you beg to disagree with me. But in order for the Lakers to make it that far, for them to contact the league officials about LeBron getting more calls, and this came out all over the reliable news media outlets south of the border. So it's evident, it's out there. And then the next game, they get 35 freaking free throws. What the hell is that? Because you complain to the league about not getting enough? That's like I'm handing it to you. Let them play the game. I love the game. I love watching the game. I love playing the game. I love seeing everything about the game. To me, that was just underhanded, stupid, asinine to me. Okay? I was not a fan of that because Denver was balling up until that point. Jamal Murray, look at him. Look at the other guys on that squad. Just look at the way they were playing. But for the Lakers to have it handed to them, because in the game, Skip, even when I coach, if one of my guys gets 3 fouls early in the game, I got to pull them out. Now that changes the tempo of the game, changes the flow of the team. Okay, when the refs are making asinine calls, like the other day, I don't know if you saw that clip. LeBron mid-air, before he even put up the ball, he looked at the ref and complained, and then and won. Are you serious? I don't care. He's a great player. He's a phenomenal athlete. But just to see it handed to him on a platter, I'm absolutely disgusted and appalled. I do not like the way that went. I do not care for it. Hopefully, we don't see that this series and we actually get to watch a series. Like actual two good teams going after each other. Okay? That's what I believe in.
Okay, but you got to
And I'm
understand.
done with
You got to understand that the Lakers have won 12 games and they've lost 3. You know, just like the Heat. They won the Portland series in 5, I think. It may have been 6, but I think it was 5. They beat Houston in 5, and
it
they
was
beat the
5. That
Nuggets
was
in
because
5.
Lillard was injured.
Yeah. So it's not like LeBron is getting gifted these. Like you can blame the refs if it's like a game 7, like maybe the Raptors series where it went down to 7 games, last minute of the game 7. Sure, you can blame the refs in that game, but in a 5-game series,
The game when it went up 3-1, and the narrative was, "Oh, Denver's down 3-1. Maybe they could do it again."
yeah, but come on.
on.
No
That
one
was the
ever
narrative?
thought the Nuggets were going to beat the Lakers, and no team can and the Nuggets were down 3-1 in every series. So it's not like that's not the mark of a championship team if you constantly go down 3-1. I'm sorry. It's great if you come back, but like that's not the mark of a championship team. They were not on the Lakers level. Doesn't matter if the refs might have cost them a game, maybe. Maybe LeBron wins in 6
Games,
instead
the
of
last
5.
2 games.
LeBron
Ever since
deserves
that
it.
call went to the
LeBron
league
deserves
official.
it. Let him have his title. Let him have his finals anyway. We'll see if he
Oh,
gets the title.
Come on. Let's agree to disagree on this one, Skip.
You know, the one
Okay.
nice thing about this, though, is that
What?
this means that LeBron has now made the finals 9 out of the last 10 years. And you know which year he did make the finals?
The Raps won the chip,
Title, baby. Title.
right?
Yeah.
The North right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but still, 6 losses in the finals. Come on, don't bring them into that GOAT debate. I don't want to hear about all this. They're just handing
He
it to
still
him
made
right
10.
now.
He still made 10 finals. Like
I thought it was disgusting because look at what the league did for the Lakers when they won the Western Conference. Confetti everywhere, big bright lights. When the Heat won the Eastern Conference this year, what happened? Nothing. Nothing. Not even a balloon.
Yeah, well, Jimmy wants the chip.
I get it. They got to market it because casual fans will be looking at LeBron and be like, oh, look, LeBron's back in, and it'll make them watch. I get it. It generates revenue. I just want to see the game play. I would have loved to see Denver against Miami.
But it was never going to happen. I would have liked to see Boston Lakers, but Denver was never winning that series. I'm sorry. The
And
only
then
chance the Lakers had to get beat in the conference finals was if the Clippers were there and they were playing well. Denver was not a match for them. I'm sorry.
now, Skip, talk to me about this. In order for LeBron to get to the finals, other than the refs, he had to recruit some of his former adversaries.
Yeah, I saw this on
Play
Twitter.
with them.
There's every single veteran on the Lakers had played against LeBron in a playoff series. If you go down the list, it's Rondo. I think was that with the
Yep.
Celtics or the Bulls?
Celtics.
Celtics, yeah. And then you got Danny Green, obviously on the Spurs. You
Yep.
got even Frank Vogel was on the Pacers that year that Paul George and LeBron went at it.
Yep.
Who else? Dwight Howard on the Magic.
Yep.
Uh,
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee on the Warriors. Am I
Yep.
missing anyone? I might be missing one person, but
I think I'm not sure, but it's still too much.
yeah, just all the vets on that team. Our guys that LeBron went up against in the playoffs, and he was like, "Hey, I see what you can do. I could beat you, but I could use you too." So he recruited all these guys. So we all know LeBron's the GM. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, basically.
So it's just a little funny quirk.
So now that that's said and done, we can complain all we want and say what we want till we're blue in the face. What's your prediction for this? Like, what do you think is going to happen in this NBA Finals series to
I
crown the
think
champion? Like,
my heart's got to be with the Heat. I gotta get behind the Heat after doubting them for this long. But I'm not betting against LeBron. I'm going to have to say LeBron takes it. I'm going to say the Lakers in 6, and the Heat put up a good fight, but I don't think they have enough. I think they're the weaknesses that we thought were there all along, which is that they can't put their best defensive and offensive team on the floor at the same time. I think that finally gets exposed against LeBron, and then the Lakers win in 6. What do you think?
I'm going to go with the Heat in 6. Depending on the refs, Heat in 6 or 7. But if I start seeing that all that travesty from the refs this series, obviously it will be the Lakers winning because they'd want to put LeBron up on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see the Heat win, and I think they definitely think from a basketball standpoint, from being on the floor and coaching wise, and with their pretty good bench, I see them taking them out in 6.
I actually think the Lakers, weirdly, I think the Lakers are actually deeper than the Heat. I was just going through all the players, and I mean, obviously, not everyone's going to get in the game, but you go down the list beyond like Kelly Olynyk, it's pretty thin for the Heat. Whereas you can kind of go down the list, you get to JaVale. I mean, these guys aren't going to be big factors, but I kind of like the Lakers' depth just a little bit more. And I was surprised when I looked at that because I think of the Heat as a deep team, and the Lakers as LeBron and AD and a bunch of junk, basically. But yeah, I sort of think that the Lakers just put together a little bit better. Then again, maybe Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero just rain threes, and the Lakers can't do anything about it because that seems to be what's been happening throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. So anything's possible.
Yeah, I agree with you. But do you know what I'm betting on?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's 100% bet. It's a for sure bet. Dion Waiters is going to get a championship ring this year. Can you believe that?
And he's probably
no
not going
to.
He's probably not going to play a minute in this series either.
No matter what, the Lakers win, he gets a ring. Miami wins, he's eligible for a ring. He's going to get a ring.
Are they going to encrust his ring with a little weed gummy or something? Like,
well, I don't know. He might be high as hell on the bench. Who knows?
No, you know who is.
Some of that. He might be drinking some of that Jimmy Butler coffee.
You see those pictures of J.R. Smith on the bench, just looking totally ripped, like.
Yeah, he's always hammered.
Yep.
Always hammered. That guy's got issues. Never liked him. Ever. Never will. But not one of my guys.
He's doing better than Delonte West, thank God. That's a pretty sad story.
Shame, man.
That's a sad story. Yeah. Mark Cuban picked him up off the side of the road.
Great job for Mark Cuban. Shout out for him being a good philanthropist, not just with the players, but overall, especially during the bubble, paying all his employees, no matter who, at their stadium for the time. Yeah, you got to give him a little bit of credit, man. All right, Skipper. So
we're ready for it, man. Finals.
Get down to it. Guys, we hope you guys enjoy the finals just as much as we will, depending on the refs.
Don't
But
burst a blood vessel yelling at LeBron, Brian.
hey, I'm old, man. I'm old. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you guys give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. You don't like what I had to say? Come at me. You don't like what Skip had to say? Yeah, that is. But for us Toronto fans, there is hope with the Toronto Blue Jays in the playoffs. I know Skip's loving that.
Yeah, they're the eighth
I hope
seed,
you are
so
too.
I'm not getting ahead of myself, but it's a little fun extra baseball, so we'll go with it, see what happens.
I wouldn't be surprised if my dad climbed out of his grave just to watch
Yeah.
it. Gotta love those Jays, guys. Okay, more importantly, what we gotta say is what you guys gotta say. We will get back to you guys very shortly. Enjoy these playoffs. Enjoy this time. Stay close to your family. Take care of the little things in life. Please don't get hit with the COVID virus.
Stay safe.
You guys know what.
The cases are spiking right now, so everybody stay inside. Don't go to strip clubs or bars. Try to keep it in the house as best you can.
Exactly. All right, guys. On behalf of myself and the skipper, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and
Peace.